Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, Ashley. That was what I had left over. That's the first batch, but the second time I'm using it. I decided to put some punkwood in it and see how that went. Seen it took a spark from, the Bulrush Fluff took a spark from Flint and Steel. I decided that I'd give some punkwood a soak for 10 days in it and see how I go with punkwood in that Ashley. Now I had another batch I did, so the second burn. Well, anyway, I emptied it out this morning and this is what I got. 2 lots of Ashley, and this stuff actually looks, while it's settling out, the top bit looks like tea, which the Ashley is supposed to look like. Fair enough, there is a little bit of debris down the bottom because this stuff did have a little bit of charcoal. Not as much as the other lot, but the colour is getting better. So it is separating out. There is a little bit of charcoal and debris down the bottom, sludge down the bottom, but the top bit isn't clear, but it does look like murky tea. So I am very hopeful for this lot. I did have about that much left over from this lot, which I poured into this. So it just got even spread between the whole lot of it. This was a weak solution. This one I think is going to be a better solution. I know I'm mixing my batches up, but I can't see how it could hurt. We already know this one's successful. So I haven't put anything in these yet. I'm working out, I'm going to get some more jars. The moment I'm running out of jars to soak and do this, like soak in and store Ashley in. I'm not exactly sure. I might buy I like these jars. I like these bigger jars, although they can be expensive to buy, because you get the bigger jars. They can be $10 each. I'm just trying to think, because I can get the big the stainless steel containers. I think they're about $8 that I boil my stuff in. I might get one more of them just for soaking stuff in. Do it in big batches, because that might be the way to go. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I don't like having it in plastic. Once I get my solution right, and I think the last lot, which comes out on the 5th, will be fairly caustic. So that's why you have to have it in glass or stainless steel, no aluminium at all. Ceramic could be good too. Yeah, once it starts getting caustic, you've got to be careful about how you're storing it, and how you got to start having PPE on, gloves, and not breathing it in and that sort of thing, because this is a caustic stuff that you're treating it. Just treat it like potassium nitrate, which I am doing. I'm just treating the whole thing like potassium nitrate. Not trying to get it on my skin, not trying to breathe it in. The whole thing. So yeah, but I am very pleased that this colour is coming up better. And after it's settled down, like I only did this morning, after it settles down, after a couple of days, you'll see it settle, and there'll be a sludge at the bottom, and this will all normally comes up clear, but I think this will come up with a tea-like, it'll just look like tea. So I think this is getting closer to a proper ash lye solution. And I've been looking up online, and I think what we're doing with the boiling is redundant, and I am going to go over to a leaching method. I don't think you need to boil it. I think you just need to get ashes and just soak it, drain it through with rainwater and leach it through, and that's how they do it for soap. And it's basically a double bucket system, or even a single bucket system, with a drain hole in the bottom, filtered through either cotton or I saw one bloke just put a cotton towel at the bottom, ashes on top, pour water through it, and just leach water through it, and the water leaching through it leaches the potassium hydroxide through down the bottom, and you just keep leaching it through, pouring it through, and keep leaching it through until it comes out clear. And the clear stuff is no longer what you're after, and it should come out this tea colour until it keeps leaching out. And I think that's the best way to do it. It just takes a little bit longer, but it's a lot cleaner method and a lot easier method than the boiling method, I think. And just get the ashes and start leaching it. I think that might be the way to go. Easier method of doing it. You don't need charcoal at all. I think just forgo charcoal completely. They actually do reduce this down. They put it on the hot plates. They reduce it down, boil off a lot of the water, because as you know, when you're boiling, only water evaporates off it, and it makes it stronger. So I could actually do that to this, boil this down. So you're only getting, you can boil this down, make it stronger. I may do that too. I may get these two and boil off a bit, boil it down, maybe reduce it by half, make a stronger solution. There are a lot of options with this stuff. The more I look into it, people have been making soap for a long time. I haven't seen a lot. I think I overfilled this, and there's a little bit of leakage. There's not a lot about fire making, so it's more about the soap. But as far as I can tell, if you make it a strong solution, potassium hydroxide solution, lye solution, if it's good for soap, an egg will float in it, that'll be good for fire making. And I don't know why it makes it good for fire making. I don't know the process, the chemical processes, is why this is combustible. I thought it was the potassium in it, but a bloke got on there and said, no, it's not. You're thinking of the potassium metal. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not a chemist, and I don't know that the reasoning behind it. All I do know is it works, and this is a natural way of extracting potassium chlorate, potassium hydroxide out of ash to get tinders to work rather than doing potassium nitrate. For people who can't get potassium nitrate, you can get ash, hardwood ash, and get it to work just as good as potassium nitrate. So, yeah, and I jumped into this and didn't know what I was doing. Got my first batch to work. So even a noob getting into this, you should be able to get it going pretty easily as long as you can burn hardwood ash. Get hardwood ash, and yeah, don't worry about charcoal at all. Just use hardwood ash and go from there. Anyway, I wanted to update this and show you the progress I'm getting with it so far. Yeah, just wanted to thank Jason for putting me on this. This is really good fun. I love doing these experiments and love getting success with it. Yeah, fun stuff. This is good fun. And yeah, there's another bloke that Jason leaned on heavily too, and I've forgotten his name, which I apologise about, but he was the one that originally started this whole Ashley stuff a few years ago, but he obviously leaned on others first. He wasn't the pioneer of it all. Obviously this has been going on for years, but yeah, Jason leaned on him, and then I've leaned on Jason. So yeah, but this is what the community does. We put the ideas out, and then we start developing them and making progress the knowledge along throughout our community. So yeah, which is great, which is why I love this community so much. But anyway, Ashley, and what I've got so far, I've got a couple of bottles worth, and I've got another big container of it, but that's a long way off yet. It'll come out on the 5th, but anything I put in it's going to soak for 10 days. So yeah, I'm still 2 weeks away at least from showing any results from the most hopeful batch yet. So yeah, this will be promising, but the next one will be even better, I think. So yeah, anyway, I will show you on the 10th of August. I'm going to dry these in the oven. So on the 10th of August, I will get this lot out, uncharred punkwood in ash lye, and see if it'll take a spark. I'm hoping it will. It'll be, I think it'll be the same as what my first batch of bulrush fluff will be. It might take a little bit to get going, but once I get a spark into it, and that will take, I think it will smoulder effectively. Anyway, thanks for watching.